Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome out the first 6 to 7 minutes without really into another episode of Endie Fiya right here with your host, Nakia. I know you guys are freaking out. I know you have no idea what is going on. For one, it's Saturday, right? We haven't been here on Saturday since January, February? Yeah, since I kicked the last co-host to the curb. Y'all know how it is, me and men. I know. All right. Secondly, this music. This is the second episode when we've had some really funky music, right? All right, let me tell you the story behind that instrumental. All right? Okay. So you guys know I dibble and dabble with music, right? Like it's a hobby for me, right? All right, so that's intro track right there was called Smooth Criminal. And when I was playing with music a few years ago, that was supposed to be on my debut album that never got released. I stopped after the EP. So that's Smooth Criminal, produced by Franz, the hybrid one. I'm going to play a lot of Franz's music because Franz is going MIA. We can't find him, and that's not a good thing. So I might have to take a trip to Dallas really soon so that we can locate him, all right? As you all know, he's the CEO of Metal Music Records. So we're looking for him. So if you see him, you can tell him to contact me, all right? But that's Smooth Criminal. Just gave you a little bit of that until our new intro music gets done. And we did have a submission winner that's working on the new intro music. Jamal Latif did win the submission entry, so to speak. So we should have that completed next week, not by the next show, because that's Tuesday. So hopefully by Thursday's show, we'll have that completed. And I'm excited because he's a phenomenal up-and-coming artist out of North Carolina. So we should have that, again, by next Thursday, no later than next Friday. I am super excited to have my guest here tonight. I'm not going to talk very long. I am going to say that A$AP Rocky was released on yesterday. He was in Sweden. Y'all know me in my mind. Sweden, I want to say. An assault charge earlier in July after a concert, before a concert, one of those. But he has been released. Not sure if he's back in the United States or not, but he was released earlier on yesterday. I did tell you that I had a very, very special birthday that was coming up. I was going to wait until today's show to announce that birthday. But as you all know, I have 4 wonderful, amazing, nerve-wracking children. Tomorrow will be the 25th birthday. Dang it. That means I can't be 29 no more, right? Yo, let me tell you, you know what? I stayed 29 for like 30 years. I stayed 29 for 30 years. When my oldest, when he turned 20, like I finally had to go over into like the 30s. Because it wasn't cute anymore, like I couldn't be that age anymore. And so my oldest is turning 25 on tomorrow. Yes. Can you believe it? Yeah, I'm old, guys. I know. I don't look it. I don't look it. And that's only by the grace of God, because I stay stressed out. You all know that. I stay stressed out, really. And I want to say that it's not only by the grace of God, but it is because of those 4 kids that I am here. I tell you, it is only because of them that I am still here. Like, people, they tell you that they go through different things and um, the reasons why they're here and what's kept them here for so long. But, it is by God's grace and because of those children. When I say that they're the reason why I'm here, guys, you have no idea. They're the reason. It's truly the reason why I'm here. But I'm hoping that by the end of this interview, I have acquired some additional skills and some secrets and some formulas, as well as some much needed tips and some oils and some creams and some supplies and a few goodie bags, that I'm going to be able to utilize, as well as you all, to help us with our vitality and our vigor and our vim. And you guys know I love sex, right? So I'm anxious to start talking about all of that too. Let me stop procrastinating, guys. Really, because I've been waiting for this interview for a long time. I really have. I've been talking about it to the business bestie. I've been talking about it to boyfriend number 1, and boyfriend number 4, and boyfriend number 6 now for a couple of days now. So I know that they're listening. And my mother, unfortunately, she's flying back from Nicaragua, so she's going to miss the interview live. She will miss it. But she'll, I mentioned the boyfriends. But anyway, she'll listen. She'll listen to the interview because she's been sharing on Facebook. So she's been excited about the Fountain of Youth information that she's been researching and the wellness, the beauty, health, wellness information that she herself has jumped on board and sharing with individuals. So she's excited about the information that she wants to be able to take from this interview. But without further ado, I do want to introduce my guest this evening. I'm talking about Dr. Monica Bickerstaff Riley. She is a holistic medicine, or a doctor of holistic medicine, and the Fountain of Youth guru. She's also a medical empath. She uses her intuitive and scientific expertise, as well as her clinical training, to recommend holistic health, full remedies for body, spirit, and mind wellness for both men and women. Her areas of expertise are certified clinical aromatherapist, master herbalist, and traditional Chinese medicine energy healer. She is a native New Yorker, happily implanted in Las Vegas. She is the CEO of Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty and Wellness Essentials, a 5-star award-winning master blender of her 100% all-natural beauty and wellness products. She was introduced to herbs and healing at the tender age of 4 in her Nana's kitchen. She said her Nana lived la vida loca to the age of 100 years young. She says that self-care is health-care, and she recommended integrative natural healing therapies to overstressed and undersexed women, using herbs and aromatherapy to rejuvenate their vim, vigor, and vitality. Her line of self-care wellness essentials and preventative care remedies have been called life-giving miracles in a bottle. Her passions include blending new, sexy, anti-aging beauty and wellness products in her aroma lab. She is an Ivy League Vassar girl who marches to her own drum, and she's proud to walk in her divine purpose and share her love and knowledge with all. She is standing in her purpose and living her joy. She is a 2-time Emmy award-winning documentary producer for PBS and an award-winning journalist, a published author, and a college professor. People often ask her, how does she juggle it all? And her response is, with humor, with sass, and a whole lot of sniffing of her handcrafted essential oil miracle elixirs. Endie Fiya listening audience, fans and followers, I present to you this evening my very special guest, Dr. Monica Bickerstaff Riley.
I am loving all of this. I love the vibe. Look, I'm sitting here literally on a Saturday afternoon in hot, freaking hot ass Las Vegas. It's like 110 degrees, and I'm vibing in the cool in my bed office, what I call it, my bed office. And I'm just listening to your lovely voice, and the music, the lead-in was, I mean, that vibe was off the chain. Seriously, it kind of took me out of my headspace for a minute. And then as you were reading my bio, I started picking up on little things with respect to your audience. I'm feeling a vibe, a lot of stress, and we're all under normal stress, but right now we're living in times of abnormal stress. And as I'm hearing you, Nakia, talking about your 4 beautiful, vibrant children, you said that number 4. I'm like, whoa, that's stress. I'm stressed hearing it, hearing about 4 wonderful children and how accomplished they are. And I'm thinking back to one of my Nana's sayings. She said, I don't care what stage of life a woman is in, a woman should never sacrifice her vim, vigor, and vitality. And my Nana, she was the first Negro nurse practitioner in the late 1940s, and she literally walked her truth and walked her talk. And one of the things that I learned from her, she just transitioned last year at the age of 101. Now, this woman was not on any prescribed meds. She did not have any dementia. She had a full head of beautiful, long, thick, salt and pepper gray hair, clear skin, and all of her mobility intact. And I'm like, Nana, literally up until the age of 98, she was doing 5 squats each morning. And she said to me, exactly, she said to me, you are my beloved and only grandchild, and I'm sharing all of this wisdom and all of these gifts with you because this is going to be your legacy. You have to get out there and teach and train and I'd like to see some of my homemade remedies turned into a profitable business for you. And to that truth and to that divine wish, I gave her the promise that I would do just that. And right now, I am offering women, living my passion, offering women all natural elixirs and sensual, as I call them, aroma fragrances to rejuvenate our juicy yumminess because, and I'll get into that in a minute, but without our juicy yumminess, without our pleasure principle, without our creative vibe, we dry up, and we don't want to dry up. We don't want to dry up. I'm listening to you, Nakia, also talking about how much you love sex, as do I. So I have a couple of natural remedies for both women and men to keep that that GPS on that libido boosted. And so where should we start? Should we start with talking about stress?
Well, I want to back up just a little bit. I definitely do not want my listeners know how stressed out I am, especially those who follow me from, show to show. But I want to back up just a little. I know that in 2018, you were featured in Vassar BQ Spring magazine for successfully transitioning from an award-winning journalist and documentary producer to a doctor of holistic. I did my research.
Yes, you did. Oh my goodness.
From the journalist and the producer to now the doctor of holistic medicine and the fountain of youth guru. How monumental was that moment for you?
It was huge and totally unexpected. I thought I was living my life on purpose as a Emmy Award-winning documentary producer and a broadcast journalist. I thought I was delivering my calling by making sure that underserved communities, making sure that overserved communities, making sure that our people, our culture was being presented in a way that was honorable and that was worthy of its divine. I thought I was living my life the way I should be living my life. And then probably in 2013, 2014, I went to Cleveland, Ohio, which is where my nana and my dad and my family were living. And we were sitting at the kitchen table, as we always did. And, I'm sitting at the kitchen table talking about these awards I've gotten and all of these great things. I'm getting ready to travel, blah, 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 on my way to London. And she's looking there at me like totally unimpressed. And I'm like, Nana, did you hear what I said? And she's like, hey, you don't look right. And I'm like, uh-oh, what do you mean? And she said, you look like you're tired. You look like you're not doing some of the rituals, some of the daily routines that I taught you. You look like you're burning that candle from both ends. And I kind of sat there, and what could I say? She was absolutely 100% right. And it was during that holiday vacation when I spent a lot of time talking to her, revisiting some of those memories, because she never forgot anything. I mean, literally, she could run down the family tree, everybody's birthdays, death dates, marriage, how many kids they have, all of that, without referencing a single paper. And this was a woman who was in her 90s. Wow. Doing that at the time. Yeah. So she was bringing me back because she's like, you're having all these CRS moments. I don't understand you're young. I don't understand what's going on with you. And she said, do you remember when? Do you remember when I taught you? Do you remember that these essential oils, when blended with this one, will do this? And I said, I guess I don't remember, Nana, because I'm not living what you taught me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got back home to Las Vegas, I had a one-on-one convo with myself, and after much meditation, I decided that here's the thing. I had started that path, Nakia, but then I got distracted, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had taken and become certified as a certified clinical aromatherapist and a master herbalist. I had done those classes, but that final launch into completing my degree of medicine in holistic medicine, I got distracted with a whole bunch of things. So I promised her that I was going to get back on track. And in 2016 is when I resumed my medical studies out here, University of Arizona, School of Integrative Medicine, and got my act together. So the transition, but I was still doing television, because I still had to work to get myself through school, right? I was still doing TV, but I was also fully focused on what has turned out to be my pleasure principle, my path, my purpose. And now I'm happy to announce that tomorrow I will be launching my natural beauty collection in Macy's. So this is how all of this, here's a lot of people ask me this about, what advice would you give someone who's not sure if they want to become an entrepreneur or not sure what they want to get into? You have to go somewhere and be quiet with yourself. You have to sit down and talk to yourself. Be grounded somewhere and listen to what comes in, because most often the path that you should be on, that you should be walking right now, has to do somewhere in your family history, somewhere in your roots that you've either forgotten, you didn't know about, you skipped over. But yeah, I'm very happy right now, and I'm happy because I can reach the women and men that I want to reach on the scale that I need to.
Initially, 2 years ago, did you have a mission Did you know that
2
this
years,
was something that you needed to fulfill?
I did. I thought I had a mission 2 years ago because I promised her, and my dad died soon after my nana. So, as I'm spiraling in the grief mode, I promised both of them that I was going to fulfill this mission, right? And I thought I knew my mission. I thought that my mission was to create based on all of these remedies and all of my knowledge too, because aromatherapy is a science. So I had that knowledge. I thought I was going to create all of these wonderful products for both men and women equally. And even I had started to look into creating a line for kids to help kids sleep better, to help them be more focused with respect to school and learning and all of that. But then something came around and pulled me back, and it's probably an article I read about stress and about the increasing numbers of suicides that we were seeing in women between the ages of 35 and 50 because of stress in their lives. And the fact that they were ignoring the signals. So here's some nuggets for you and your audience. Some of in women, stress manifests low energy, low libido, migraine headaches, depression, anxiety, stomach and digestive distress. And those are things, sometimes symptoms as we go throughout our daily that we can easily ignore. Oh, I woke up with a headache today. Oh, well, okay, I went to bed with the same headache, so let me just pop a couple of Advil. No, whenever you have a headache, stomach distress, or whenever your heart starts to palpitate because you're feeling anxious, that's a sign that your body is shutting down on you. That's a sign that you are experiencing too much stress in your life, and that's a sign that you need to slow down. Call me. My number is 702-219-0084. I rarely give my number out like that in interviews like this. But for whatever reason today, we all need to reach out and reach back and help someone because someone right now is in crisis, and it's because of stress. That was my wake-up call. From that point, I started researching ways that I could create wonderful fragrances using the science of aromatherapy, using the science of herbs that we've had in our history for over 5,000 years. How can I help my women who are in that age group who are juggling careers, businesses, husbands, men, children, women, partners, whatever, to be less stressed and to take care of themselves more. That became my mission. That became my mission. I've helped one of my best friends, whose mother transitioned 2 years ago, fought a thriving battle. She's like my shero with cancer. And I was able to create a blend that she then called me and said, "Baby, you have created a miracle in a bottle for me," because what she was going through with the chemotherapy, it was messing with her skin. It was, the discomfort of chemo. And this particular product of mine, the Rejuvaflex, not only was it comforting and soothing for her, but it helped with her mobility, her inflammation, and also the effects of chemo just on the skin.
Wow.
Those kinds of stories, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if I can, just help one person, if I can just tell you all now to invest in a high quality of lavender essential oil, lemon essential oil, and peppermint essential oil, I can teach you how to create a whole medicine chest of remedies that can help a lot of things that you might be going through. I
I know you
understand.
guys are used to me being quiet, but I'm doing two things over here. I'm taking notes and I'm responding to messages and tweets right now because
Oh, I'm
some
loving
people
this.
actually think that she's preaching to me. She's not preaching to me, but she is preaching to me also. Yeah, so I'm taking notes and I'm responding to messages at the same time. So it's a lot of the information. If you're missing it, I have, and I will have the notes, and I will repost what she's saying if you're missing it.
Oh, I'm loving that. I love questions and I love tweets. Um, Another thing that we all, and this is for men and women collectively, that we all need to be mindful of with respect to our stress levels. Now, especially with respect to men, stress can manifest as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, symptoms of diabetes too. And what you don't want to happen is our traditional medications for those ailments. You don't want to become. You don't ever. Hopefully, you don't ever want to get on insulin or high blood pressure medication because that affects your vitality, that affects your libido, that affects your mind. It makes you depressed, and we have so many collectively in our natural remedies. And let me share this with you too. All of the prescriptions that we see on television, they come from plants. They come from botanicals. So when you understand and when you learn what essential oils, for example, aromatherapy, what herbs, how to change your lifestyle. None of us are drinking enough water. I can tell you now, you're not drinking enough water and you're not getting enough sleep. And how do I know that? Because all of us should be getting 8 hours of sleep a night. When we sleep, we restore our body. Our insulin levels become normal. One of the reasons why there's such high incidence of diabetes in our communities of color is because when we're stressed, our bodies absorb a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol is what creates the middle, the belly fat around the middle. And when we have a high level of cortisol in our bloodstream, our hormones get jacked up. Insulin levels get jacked up. And then next time you know, you're having a headache that you can't get rid of, you're overly thirsty, your feet are swelling, your eyesight might be a little blinkety-blink, a little off. Those are all symptoms of diabetes too. You can be healthy, and all of a sudden at the age of 35, something hits you. And you wake up one morning with a terrible headache. It's not a migraine. It's a terrible headache that you can't get rid of. Your eyesight is blurry. And throughout the day, you can't get enough water to quench the thirst in your body. It's a sign of diabetes too. So when we know these things, when we know better, we can do better, right? And there are basic lifestyle changes that you can start to incorporate and implement in your daily routine so that you won't have to, in the long run, rely on medications. Because as far as I'm concerned, we should all live healthy, healthfully, and vitally until we're 100. Why not? Our bodies are a machine, and if we know how to take care of our bodies, we can go on and on and on. It's just that we get distracted and we get off that path, and sometimes life happens, ish happens, and it steers us off of our path of wellness.
Right.
So I tell folks, including myself, when that happens, I got to get back on track. I got to get back with myself. And I say, self-care is health-care. That's the truth.
I know there's a huge difference between the products when you say aromatherapy and what we typically go and purchase from, say, Bath and Body Works. Like I love, that's all I use. They're aromatherapy products. For those of us who use that mid-grade, that low-grade aromatherapy, for my listening audience, explain the difference between the two.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you asked me. All right. So, what we might typically see in a Bath and Body Works or in Target or in Walmart or in CVS when they start selling lines of aromatherapy products or essential oils is that those products are not natural. They are blended with some sort of synthetics and what we call phthalates or sulfates or parabens or toxins. Well, that was a lot. I only meant to mention one, but those collectively are called hormone disruptors. And what we're doing to our bodies, okay, what's the largest organ in our body? Our skin, right? So our skin is the direct lifeline into our bloodstream. So when we're taking all of these wonderful creams from Bath and Body Works or anywhere, Victoria's Secret, and inhaling them, they smell wonderful. We're rubbing them all into our bodies. We're really greasing up every day, right? All of these synthetics, these hormone disruptors get into our bloodstream. Now, what does that do once they're there? They disrupt our hormones. For women, it can lead to thyroid distress, Hashimoto's disease. It can lead to lupus. It can lead to celiac disease. It can lead to MS. It can lead to a host of multiple anti-inflammatory and hormone diseases, all because we want to smell good. So what do? When we're in a store like a Trader Joe's, and I'm not going to drop any more names, but when we're in a store, or let me tell you what my products offer. My products offer natural essential oils that are blended without synthetics. And the only other thing that I use to balance out my blends is grapeseed oil or jojoba oil. Those are natural oils. They're wonderful for circulation. They have a natural omega-3s in them, so they're also very healthy oils. And jojoba oil also offers a salicylic acid, which is kind of like a natural collagen for the face. So my face serum is blended with frankincense essential oil. We've all heard of frankincense, right? Frankincense is one of the oldest oils, essential oils, that heals everything. It's wonderful for skin. It's wonderful to help to heal adult acne, to help to heal age spots, to help to heal just normal breakouts or pimples when we're stressed out. And jojoba oil is it helps your hair to grow naturally. It's wonderful for the face. So my products offer all natural alternatives. So when I say 100% all natural, I'm not adding alcohol or panthenol or stearic acid or some of these other chemicals that are very harmful to our bodies.
Even the essential oils. I'm sorry. Questions are just coming in now.
Right. I understand. I've been in your chair. I get it.
I don't want to name drop stores either. Right. So going to and I'm just naming stores. Right. So like Apple Crate or GNC, essential oils that are purchased in stores like that, in comparison to your 100% natural oil.
Okay. I have an easy, because keep in mind that to make my blends, I have to use singular essential oils. So, for example, my Simmer Down Chica is a natural hormone and libido, and helps to lose weight for women, right? It's a massage oil. You literally massage it all into your body. It smells wonderful. It's roses and lavender and geranium and all those yummy things. But here's the thing. I have to use individual oils to make my collective blend. So I'm using a certain number of drops of lavender, a certain number of drops of rose essential oil. The difference is, and this is how you can tell the difference, whenever you go to buy an essential oil, it should have the English name of, so you should see lavender, but under lavender, you should see lavandin, whatever it is. You should see the Latin name of
Okay.
that flower that's
All
also
right.
imprinted on that bottle. That's how you know it's 100% natural.
Hope you caught all
So I'm
that.
not saying that you can't find those things at GNC, but these are the things on the bottle that you look for. And then on the ingredients, it should just say lavender or essential oil. You shouldn't have anything else in there.
Now, what I am excited about the most is what's going on tomorrow.
Oh,
Now,
me too.
I don't know what it is, and I want to say it's because like I used to watch Charmed. I don't know, when I was younger, maybe 20 years ago when it first came on. Not all
Yes,
of a sudden,
me too.
this is how I fall asleep every night or every morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, watching episodes of Charmed. So I feel
Yes.
that when I wake up in the morning, I have all these powers to vanquish the demons, that I'm going to face throughout the day. So
Yes.
I feel that now throughout my day, I see all of these ads on my different devices of different sponsorships. And what was so amazing was today, a Macy's ad for the market happened to pop up on Facebook. And I thought, what? Are you serious?
Stop it.
Like, of all days, like, I've never seen it before. Just of all days, it popped up today. So I thought it's so ironic for it to happen today. So, and I scrolled through people's comments like they've never heard of the market and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I'm going to drop my little tidbit in here. I'm going to plug the show. Why don't you come listen? And then tomorrow, why don't you go and purchase, some product at the market, and people were like, what is she talking about? And so one of the representatives from Macy's actually responded. They were like, oh, wow, congratulations. How did she get chosen? And I'm like, I don't know how she got chosen. Just listen to the show, and you'll find out. So why don't you talk about how you actually were selected to present your product or launch your product at the market?
Yes. Oh, my heart is full right now. Okay. This is one of these things. The market at Macy's is a couple of years ago, Macy's decided to implement a means for entrepreneurs, business owners, also women of color, women, primarily businesses owned by women. A platform, an opportunity is selected to showcase and sell their products in what they call the market. The market at Macy's is literally in about 20 cities, 20 markets currently, and they are usually, it's a huge area of different pods. So it's like a pop-up shop. It's like your own pop-up store. And they're mostly located on the first level near ladies' handbags and shoes, which is just wonderful. And you have to pitch your business. So this is literally when we all talk about, when we know about the show Shark Tank and these other programs that pop up about pitching your business. I literally pitched my business. I was scrolling probably on one of my social media platforms, and the sponsored ad for the market at Macy's popped up. Now, I feel I have a special love affair with Macy's. Coming from New York, the Macy's at Herald Square was like where my mom took me every year for Christmas, not only just to see the windows, right, but also to eat in the restaurant. And then we would go see the Nutcracker on Broadway or some play on Broadway. So, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a Macy's legacy. I'm going to apply. So whatever it was that night when I filled out that first application, that first form, and it was just one page, I was like, oh, I can do this. Everything was in alignment. What do I mean by that? I was feeling confident about my business. I knew my products were the ish. I was feeling great about myself. And I said, you know what? Both feet are grounded and planted right now. I'm just going to go for it. What else can they say but no? That's a New York saying. We always ask. We always say what we want. The only thing that anyone can ever say is no. Well, nobody really says no to me, right? So I figured, what the heck? Well, I completed that first page, and they wanted to know basic information about your business, what's your mission. I think they asked at the time if you had a pitch deck that was an asset or an additional, maybe a YouTube video that represents your business or your products. Attach that to that one page, upload it. Boom, bada boom, I'm done, right? Went to sleep. Got up the next morning, went about my business. But then the next morning after that, I got up and I checked my email as I do first thing in the mornings, and there was a response. Tell us more. We are interested. We want to know more. Now, what did they mean by more? So see, now it gets a little bit more serious. They want to know your mission, your vision. Tell us about your products, your number one sellers. What are you bringing to Macy's table? What do you perceive Macy's can do for you? What do you bring to the customer? Who is your customer? What is your demographic? So at that point, I was like, wow, let me sit down and get, serious.
Yeah.
So, and then they also, at that time, they'll ask you, which store are you interested in having your pop-up featured? Now, Las Vegas Fashion Show Mall, the Macy's here at Fashion Show Mall is the flagship Macy's here in Vegas. I live in Vegas. I was like, well, I want to start here. I'm going to start here. But then I said to myself, I'm not going to limit myself. If I'm chosen, I'm going to ask them if I can do me a 5-city tour, because I'm looking at these other markets across the country. I've got family there. Look, I can fly there and stay with fam, right? And then launch my store for that month, embrace all of the people who are my clients. I have an international clientele base. I got clients in all these cities I want to go to. Party, do a launch, hug on some folks, get some love in return, and go on about my business to the next city. So they asked which city are you interested in. I listed number 1 Las Vegas, number 2 Atlanta, number 3, and I ended up with number 5 Herald Square, New York City. Okay, uploaded all that information. Okay. Very nice, but we still want you to tweak it more. The areas where they are real sticklers for are your mission and your vision. You have to be real specific, and there's specific buzzwords that you use that will get their attention, and really that you really need to know, because I find that I thought I knew what my mission and my vision was, but it really was not until I was going through this. I had to go back 3 times and tweak my creative brief for them 3 times before I received that call on June 5th that said, you're in, let's talk. And yes, fast forward, tomorrow, August 4th, I am launching my collection at the Macy's here at Fashion Show Mall. I have a family who's flown in from Boston, New York, D.C. to be here to support my clients. Look, the other thing is I created my own launch party, right? I was like, look, my products go up in my pop-up tomorrow, but between 1 and 6, I've got some summer swag to give out. If you want to come and meet and greet me, just let me hug you. Give me a hug. Let me get some love from all of these wonderful vibrations. So tomorrow I will be with my pop-up from 1 to 6 p.m. And then in October I will be going to Atlanta. So, I literally sent that first one-sheet application on the evening of May 15th, and on June 5th, I got the call from the head of the market in New York, and she's like, I want to talk to you more. I'm interested in hearing more about you, hearing more about your business. And we talked for an hour, and after that hour, she said, Dr. Monica, you are in.
Do we have a date for October?
Not yet, but I will be in communication with you, and I'll let you know for sure.
Please do.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
We will be in October.
Okay, yes. Yes. I am just
Susie, I see you listening. We will be in Atlanta in October, so make sure you have your calendar ready when I send you the dates. I know you're
yes.
listening, and I see you're listening. October.
Yes, Nakia, October, and here's the thing. I'm preaching to the masses about getting 8 hours of sleep. I've been twirling and spinning in delirium since June 5th because here's the thing on the back end, and here's where the work comes in. On the back end, I've had to, of course, create product, my full inventory. That comes from me. I handcraft everything. Let me be clear about that. I don't have people in doing my job. I handcraft everything. And then, putting together directives of how I want my pop-up to look and communicating with the team on the ground here, what's important, what are my best sellers, what do they need to know to tell customers when I'm not there, of course when I'm not there, about how to experience my products, my collection. How to create my own code. I created my own barcode, SKU code. Those codes that go on that you see every time you on the tags, the barcodes.
Right.
I learned how to create that. I mean, this has been a wonderful experience because literally from ground zero now to 20 plus plus plus, I've learned how to do everything along the way. And the team at the market has been wonderful as far as guiding me throughout this process, listening to my rants. I guess that's probably been mutual. We've probably upheld each other through this process, but it's been a wonderful experience. And on the front end of things, you have a pop-up store in the oldest retailer. Macy's is 165 years old. International exposure. 100% of sales come back to me. There's so many wonderful blessings and benefits of this journey. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful. And I'm going to definitely let you know when I get to Atlanta.
That is awesome. Oh, that is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of me.
Congratulations. We are proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Before the show, we briefly talked, and I had the question, and I was told to ask the question because it was a question that I had. So I'm going to ask the question, and it's something that I've never asked anyone before. Of all platforms that you could have chosen to be on the day before you launched your product at Macy's, why Endie Fiya? I got to know.
Because you need me and your audience needs me, and we all need each other. As far as now is the time, there is a collective healing and a collective discovery and rediscovery of what our purpose is, and I am that catalyst. I'm that catalyst for your audience. In exchange, you and your audience is that energy that I need to help me to elevate to my next level, so then that I can reach out and help more. There are two things going on right now in the world, and they are creating a hell of a lot of stress. I'm very concerned about the stress that we absorb as women, as men, as children. Our babies are going to school stressed out. We as women are coming home stressed out. Our men are stressed out, and then what happens? Then we fight, and then that creates more stress. And some of it, I feel, is purposeful, but when you know how to handle it, when you know how to handle yourself, as Nana used to say, she used to say a lot of things with 4 letters, but I'm not going to go there. But basically what she was saying is, get your act together, get your stuff together. When you are in alignment with self, with God, with the Creator, with the universe, There's nothing that you cannot do. We have to start recognizing and honoring our power, POWHER, because we as women especially, we are the nucleus of families. We are the nucleus. We bring life. We bring creativity into this world. Even those we women who decide not to have children, we are birthing creative ideas, businesses. Without us, seriously, society is at a deficit. And what I'm seeing now, the different targets, women, we're being targeted everywhere we look. And what that's doing is it's causing stress, it's causing thyroid issues, it's causing disruptive issues, it's causing obesity, suicide. I'm done with all of that. So for whatever reason, Nakia, we were divinely aligned to speak today, 8319. Your audience needed to hear my message, but at the same time, I needed to receive the energy. I'm an empath. I'm a medical empath. What does that mean? That means I don't have to see you. I don't have to touch you. I don't have to be in your space. I can feel you. I can vibe from you. And the wonderful conversation that we were having prior to the show, I was saying that I was expressing concerns about your stress levels, darling. And what I want you to do is find 15 to 20 minutes each day to close yourself off unplug from social media, close yourself off from the kids, from the man, number 1, 4, or 6, or it's going to be number 7. Listen, it's going to be man number 7. I don't know if he's on the threshold yet, but man number 7 for you is going to be that king that you need that's going to support you in all areas. Okay, now I'm getting diverted. But to meditate, what was I going to say? I need you to meditate 20 minutes a day, darling. Can you do that?
I can do that.
Can you take 20 minutes? Let me tell you what meditation does. Meditation, it lowers your blood pressure, okay? It helps you to sleep better. It helps you to focus on yourself. That's what I want you to do. I want you to take 20 minutes out of your day to focus on you. And even some folks out there who have pets, especially dogs and cats, who require a lot of attention and energy, close the door to them too. Yeah, they might be scratching outside the door, barking or meowing or whatever. Get everybody out for 20 minutes. Establish your boundaries. We as women don't always establish our boundaries. Therefore, when X, Y, and Z comes to us, we tend to say yes. No, sometimes you got to say no and mean no. No means no in every language. I don't care what languages we're speaking. No means no. This is your lesson, your exercise to create a boundary for yourself where you put yourself first so that you can prioritize yourself. So I need you to take, starting today, when we get off this phone, I need you to take 20 minutes for yourself. Go somewhere, in your house, in your car. Sometimes, look, I have clients, I have patients sometimes who have to go to their car for 20 minutes. They're not driving anywhere. They're literally sitting in their car to escape what's going on, the madness and craziness in their household. 20 minutes a day for yourself, please. Yes, 20 minutes a day of meditation adds 12 years to your lifespan.
Yes, ma'am.
And it will help you to recharge and help you focus on the birthday celebration that you're having for your son tomorrow. You want to be high energy. He's doing so many things, I'm getting his energy too. Yeah, you need to do the 20 minutes tonight. He needs you, Mama, and you have to be at your best tomorrow. So take that 20 minutes for yourself tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, you just unleashed all types of messages. I didn't know certain people were listening to the show tonight. All types of people just telling me you need like 40 minutes, not 20.
Yeah, but you know why I'm only assigning you 20? Because when I mentioned meditation, you sighed and you went, "Oh, okay." Now,
You
I
heard me?
want you yeah, I want you to lead up to 40, but I'm going to give you 20 because if you start with 20, you won't get overwhelmed thinking about 40. I don't want your meditation. I don't want this is quiet reflection. Let's call it that. I don't want you to become anxious or have anxiety symptoms while you're spending time with yourself. So that's why I started you out at 20 minutes. Because I know you can receive the health benefits after 20 minutes. Ideally, look, when I talk to you in a couple of weeks, because we're going to be in touch, I can feel it now. We will work our way for you up to 40 minutes. But right now, I need you to do something manageable for yourself. You have the type of energy that's normally very hyperactive. You do a lot of things. You juggle a lot of things all at once. And you have a hard time sitting still or being still. So I need you to learn how to be still with yourself. So that's 20 minutes.
That's 10 minutes. Whew.
Was I right
Okay,
about
I got
that?
it. Yes.
Yeah, let's tell your audience we don't know each other. This is our first
We
time
do
vibing
not.
off of each other. Yeah,
We
but I
do
feel that
not.
about you. Yeah, I feel that about you. So, 20 minutes of
20 minutes is long. That's long. 20 minutes is very long.
You're not going to get me to say 10 minutes.
I'm like, that's like nervous energy. I'm already sitting here thinking like, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
You know the listening the tapes that you sit and listen to, and the meditation tapes, and he goes, all right, inhale, breathe slowly.
Yes.
I can do that for 2 minutes, and I'm already out the door because I can't even breathe, inhale 2 times, and his voice annoys me, and that's just no.
Well, this is the problem that I have with these meditation apps and these meditation tapes. They make people lazy and they don't cater to what you need. I want you to learn how to do this yourself. I want you to learn how to use your breath as your tool for yourself. And that's why I don't want you to have any app. Now, what I will allow you to have is if you have some nice mellow music that you normally like to chill out to for 20 minutes, you can have that playing softly in the background. But don't listen to any tapes, apps, nobody else's voice. This is going to be all you and your voice in your head. Because what happens, there's so much creative energy that comes from vibing with yourself for 20 minutes. I can't tell you how many products I've come up with, how many fragrance palettes I've come up with in my collection just from meditating. I meditate for 20 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, my gosh, I got to see how this smells blended together.
Monica,
Yes.
I got like 7 voices in my head. You just want me to sit with my voices in my
Well,
head
I
for
want
20
you
minutes.
I want you. Oh, honey, I've got 5. I want you to learn how to even put those voices, those 7 voices. They have to come to a full stop for 20 minutes. Okay, and you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. You might have to listen to one voice. Now I'm backpedaling because I'm thinking about myself. I have one voice that's yeah. You might have to listen to one, but that means 6 got to go on hold for a second. And then what did I say about you and number 7? Number 7 is your number.
All right. Well, it looks like we are down to that part of the show where we got to say goodbye. I hate this time.
I know. I can talk forever.
I do. I hate this time of the show. And guys, I'm sorry that it was, it was really about me, but it was so much more about you. If you twist it and remove my name, it was always, it's always been about, it was always about you, But I do want to open the floor up now and give you the opportunity to get all of your contact information out. So those that are listening live, of course, those who are in the area can stop by the market tomorrow, pick up all of these fantastic products. Those who may come back and listen to a follow-up show they're able to go to a website and get your product. And those who are in the South can come in October and get the product.
Yes.
Now yours to get all of your contact information out.
Okay, so first, this is the very first. I don't do this in radio interviews. I'm giving you my phone number, 702-219-0084. Please text me with your questions, identify yourself, and if you say you are from Endie Fiya, you get 10% discount off of my store, off of my web store. You can also find me on Facebook at Monica Bickerstaff. That's Bickerstaff as in French fry. You can tweet me at Vegas Holistic. You can find me on the gram at Dr. Monica Bickerstaff Riley. And where else are we? Oh my gosh, my YouTube channel.
Yes.
YouTube channel, Dr. Monica Bickerstaff on YouTube. My YouTube, look, I get real and raw on my YouTube channel, and I've got over 65 shows. I cover bases on everything. So please, it's free. Please like and subscribe. YouTube, Dr. Monica Bickerstaff. And of course, if you are in the area tomorrow, here in Las Vegas, Fashion Show Mall, come on down to the market from all day, but from 1 to 6 p.m. You can meet and greet me, and I have a special gift for you.
There you are. If you missed the number, 702-219-0084. You text her, mention the show. You will get 10% off of your order. Thank you so much for that offer. Again, 1 to 6 p.m. tomorrow at the mall, the market. Let me put that out there. I don't want you to show up at the mall, all right?
Right. The market at Macy's. In Las Vegas.
Macy's in Vegas. Now, just don't show up at any market now because you'll be sorely disappointed, all right? Thank you again for joining us this evening, Dr. Monica. You could have been anywhere. I'm just so elated that you took time to be here with me this evening here on.
Thank you. I've had a wonderful experience, and bless you with health and 20 minutes of meditation.
I'm gonna try. I really am. I'm setting my timer. Now, guys. You hold me to it, all right? Those, when you see me on social media, make sure that you ask me, am I, getting my 20 minutes of meditation? Not that 20-minute workout the 20 minutes of meditation, one step at a time. All right? 20 minutes of meditation. Joining us here on Tuesday at 7 p.m., new time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, author Cheryl Long. And on 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, Vegas artist, yes, Too Unique will be here with us. Right? So if you do not make them all, please do not miss them all. And again, happy 25th birthday to my oldest, Nigel. Until Tuesday, you all have a good night.
Be well.
You as well.